Well, another year has gone by, and I can speak for everyone when I say that this year sucked major balls. But inside this big pile of shit lies just a few nuggets of gold, and I mean that too. I had to dig through the Twitter to find some W's that happened this year. But on the side note, I myself took a W this year because I've hit over 1,000 subs, reached over 1 million views, and wrapped up the Trumpfinity cinematic universe. And I couldn't have done that without any of you guys, so thank you. But anyways, let's start off this list with number 10, the Sonic movie. Coming in at number 10 is the Sonic movie. Last year, I put Sonic's design change in 10th place because I had nothing else to put. And in last year's video, I claimed that this movie would be dog shit based off of previous game-based movies. And I have been disproven, as this movie actually turned out to be really good. But the movie being good isn't why it's on this list. It's on this list for pissing off Birds of Prey stans. I mean that too. Birds of Prey is a garbage and unfunny movie. And Bop stans were blaming this blue hedgehog right here because the seats for Bop screenings were more empty than a bag of coke at a Hollywood celebrity meetup. But anyways, let's talk about number 9, Kanye West. As most of you know, this year we had a very important election in the United States. This of course being the presidential election. Earlier in July, Yeezus himself announced on Twitter that he would be running for president. And this wasn't no joke either, he actually ran for president. Now this is based as fuck. And as my fans know, I am a Kanye West supporter. Now I know he didn't win the election thanks to Croatia, but I do have to give Kanye credit for being able to obtain over 60,000 votes. And that right there puts you in 9th place on my list. Yeezy 2024, let's fucking do it. Alright, now let's get to number 8, Leafy. Yes, Leafy is here, takes 8th place on this list. Earlier this year, a certain somebody, not gonna name names, turned out to be a massive cuck. He announced on YouTube he doesn't mind that his girlfriend has an OnlyFans account. Now this is a bruh moment. Okay, in all seriousness, I don't give two shits about what people do inside their homes, as long as it's legal. But that doesn't mean I can't have a laugh on the internet. Anyways, after that whole scenario, people all over were demanding Leafy to come back to YouTube, and after a long hiatus, he came back and called this certain individual a cuck. And for a few months after that, he resumed to making videos until he decided to clickbait someone's name for 12 videos straight, with only 2 or 3 of them being about this certain lady. This caused Leafy to get his channel removed from the site until the end of days. And I won't lie, it is kind of his fault, though I don't think he deserved to be permabanned. But he did leave a legacy on the internet this year, and for that, I have to give him the number 8 spot. Had he not gotten his YouTube and Twitch channel banned, he would have been 2 or 3 spots higher. Anyways, let's get to number 7, TikTok. Now let me be clear, I do not like TikTok. It is, without a doubt, cringe. But I do have to give it props. This year, a rumor was going around whether or not TikTok was spying on its users to sell data. Yeah, every app does that, even YouTube. But what made this spark was the fact that TikTok is an app made in China, and everyone knows how twisted and corrupted the Chinese government is. And I'm not saying that our government is goody two-shoes innocent, so don't get that from what I'm saying. Everyone was fearing that the Chinese government was using TikTok to spy on citizens from different countries. This ended up making Based India banning the app in their country. And in the United States, soldiers weren't allowed to have this app on their phone. And this app was very close to being banned until the last minute when judges ruled that banning the app was unconstitutional. TikTok could have been down in the dirt if it got banned in the US, but it didn't. So I have to give TikTok 7th place on this list. Alright, now let's get to number 6, Thrill the Will. Coming in at number 6 is Thrill the Will. This man here made some of the funniest ass games which got the attention of many popular YouTubers. Some of my favorites from this guy include Chowda and Mr. Krabs overdoses on ketamine, and he did this all by himself. This guy has some real talent. Thrill quickly rose in popularity from around 70 subs to about 52,000 subs. And for making some funny ass games and quickly rising in popularity, I will give Thrill the number 6 spot on this list. Anyways, let's proceed to number 5, Blue Maxima Flashpoint. As most of you know, at the end of this year, Adobe Flash will no longer be supported. This means that a lot of Flash games online will not work if they haven't upgraded to another program such as HTML5. But luckily, a group has archived over 60,000 Flash games so we can be able to play Flash games after 2020. This group being called Blue Maxima Flashpoint. So for being saviors of Flash games, I am giving the number 5 spot to Blue Maxima Flashpoint. Alright, now let's get to number 4, Stardew Leaf. Back in November, a girl known as Stardew Leaf pissed off all of woke Twitter for apparently being racist. Now you're probably asking yourself, what did she do? Did she say a racial slur? Did she claim to be part of a hate group? No, she had the audacity to give her Animal Crossing character blonde space buns, or Afro puffs. No, I'm serious. Why is Gen Z, my generation, so fucking soft to the point where they get angry at video game hair? Like, no cap, if I compare half of Gen Z to a pillow, the pillow would feel like a cinder brick. And most people getting mad at this are 14-year-old white girls who tell people of color on Twitter what is and isn't racist. Newsflash, you aren't saviors. You're just a bunch of spoiled brats who try to gatekeep everything on the internet because you're so used to being spoon-fed by your parents and think that everything should go your way. And no one thinks you're some angel sent by the heavens to stop racism. Believe it or not, everyone is laughing at you. Even the people of color you're trying to be offended for. But anyways, I'm giving Stardew Leaf the number 4 spot for not backing down and not bending the knee. Alright, let's talk about number 3, Too Mad. During this entire year, the whole world was in lockdown due to a virus. This meant that most people weren't allowed to go to work or school. Most people resorted to using this Chinese spyware called Zoom to communicate with one another. Out of this came many disasters and funny moments, but one guy called Too Mad had the funny idea to raid Zoom sessions. What would happen was he would announce on Twitter that he is doing Zoom raids, and people would send him Zoom codes to get him in class. This got popular to the point where he was even on the news for it, and for that, Too Mad gets the bronze W for this list. Alright, next is number 2, Mama Max. This year, a YouTuber known as Mama Max made 2 separate videos exposing pedophiles on the internet. Both videos exposed pedophilia from 2 websites called Bitchute and MyLOL. They were both extremely well made videos, and he ended up getting some of the pedophiles arrested during the production of both videos. However, both videos were initially removed from YouTube. Though while I understand that the second video got removed for accidentally revealing private information, I don't think there was any justifiable reason for the first video to be removed. But besides that, I'm giving Mama Max the silver medal this year for making the world a better place. Can I get a drum roll please for number 1? Number 1. Critical. Yes, Penguin Zero, my favorite YouTuber, takes the biggest W of 2020. Earlier this year, Penguin Zero received a community guideline strike for reacting to an obviously fake video of cartoon mascots beating up someone. Critical then pointed out that Markiplier had the same video on his channel, yet he didn't get any strike from it. This caused Markiplier to side with Charlie and tell YouTube to take his video down as well. And surprisingly, YouTube did just that. All at the same time, Critical created the hashtag AnswerUsYouTube due to YouTube's incompetence when it comes to helping us creators. All of this made YouTube realize, oh shit, we fucked up. We apologize. They ended up reverting the strikes back and ended up making a joke out of the entire thing. Now if only you can improve from your mistakes, YouTube. And later on down the road, he ended up talking to the CEO of YouTube after getting another strike on another video of his. He told her about the many problems with YouTube that many of us creators have complained about. They said that they're improving on everything next year, and here's hoping that they're not lying. And one last thing is that Charlie got the world record in Mr. Krabs overdoses on ketamine for a few days until it did eventually get beaten. And as of December 23rd, the world record holder goes to someone named Drippin'. But all of this combined makes Critical the #1 W of 2020. You deserve it, bro. So this was the top 10 W's of 2020. Do you agree? Disagree? Write down your own list in the comments below. Tune in tomorrow where we'll be going over the top 10 L's of 2020. Alright, peace out.